Welcome to Part 3 of the Beyond the Secret NLP training series. In Part 1, we defined outcomes. In Part 2, we learned about state. Now we go deeper into how experience is actually structured inside the mind. In Neuro Linguistic Programming, NLP, this is called Representational Systems, sometimes referred to as modalities. The mind does not store experience in words alone. It encodes experience in images, sounds, and feelings. And once you understand that structure, you gain real influence over your state. Representational systems are the internal sensory channels we use to think. When you remember something, what happens? You might see a picture, you might hear a voice, you might feel a sensation. The mind represents experience using the same senses we use externally. We think in images. We think in sounds. We think in sensations. And these internal representations create our emotional reality. In NLP, we typically focus on three primary modalities: visual, the pictures you see internally; auditory, the sounds, tones, and internal dialogue; kinesthetic, physical sensations and emotions. Most people favor one system more strongly than the others. Some people think in images. Some think in words and sounds. Some think in feelings. Understanding your dominant modality helps you understand how you process experience. Visual thinkers process information through images. They often speak quickly. They use phrases like, "I see what you mean." "That looks good." "Picture this." Their internal world is built largely from imagery. When something goes wrong, they often see a mental movie of it. When they anticipate success, they picture it vividly. To influence a visual thinker, or yourself if you are visual, you work with imagery. Auditory thinkers process through sound. They may talk to themselves internally. They are sensitive to tone of voice. They use language like, "That sounds right." "I hear you." "That doesn't ring true." Their emotional state can be heavily influenced by the tone of their internal dialogue. Change the tone, and you change the state. Kinesthetic thinkers process primarily through feeling. They use phrases like, "That feels right." "I'm under pressure." "I'm carrying a heavy load." They may speak more slowly. Their state is deeply influenced by physical sensation. For them, change often comes through movement, posture, and breathing. Understanding modality allows you to work with your natural system rather than against it. One of the powerful discoveries in NLP is that language reveals modality. If someone says, "I see your point," they are likely operating visually. If they say, "That sounds good," auditory. If they say, "That feels right," kinesthetic. When you match someone's modality in conversation, rapport increases. Influence becomes easier. Communication improves. And even with yourself, using the right modality can make change more effective. Here is where this becomes powerful. Modality shapes state. If you imagine a bright, vivid image of failure, your state intensifies. If your internal voice is harsh, your tension increases. If your body feels heavy, your mood drops. But here is the key. If you change the representation, you change the state. And that leads directly into what we will cover in the next part: submodalities. Let's try something simple. Recall a mildly stressful memory. Notice, what do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Now slightly dim the image. Lower the volume of the internal sound. Relax your posture. Notice what happens. Your emotional state shifts. Nothing external changed. Only the internal representation changed. This is the beginning of real influence over your own experience. In Part 3, we've uncovered something foundational. You do not experience life directly. You experience life through internal representations, images, sounds, and feelings. These representational systems, your modalities, shape how you remember the past, imagine the future, and interpret the present. And because modality shapes state, when you change the way an experience is represented internally, your emotional response shifts. That means influence begins inside. In the next part, we go deeper. We'll explore submodalities, the fine details within images, sounds, and feelings that determine intensity. Because once you understand those finer distinctions, you gain even greater precision in shaping your internal experience. Please subscribe to this channel and connect with me on LinkedIn and Facebook. The links are provided in the video description below. I'll see you in part 4.